starting to pick the pace up a little bit in his Acura. Booth, and we'll get you his business card.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Pace car pulls off 2x2 alignment. Green flag is out. Absolutely, that MO car won at Road America, and I still think when you look at what's my favorite livery or whatever going back, the Marlboro look on those race cars and the classic look, whether it was McLaren or Penske or Patrick Racing like this one,
they were sharp.
Certainly always certainly stands out. On the big board, look at that Sebastian Bourdais McDonald's Lola that is right now leading the field on around. Jordan Roddy, a guy out of Australia that's made the trip all the way over, does a lot of racing over in Australia, but has made that trip on over to the States. And one of his first runs with that car, a car that's being crewed by a lot of original Newman Haas mechanics as well. Right now, keeping the lead in front, followed by Roddy. There's some HMSA events here, but he is turning in some hot laps right now at the front of the field. That's Scott Pruitt.
Whether it's a vintage category or anything else.
But talk about a guy that, when it comes to like legendary, paint schemes and liveries that he's had on his car as well, ran the papaya car that Tony Kanaan has been in this weekend. Ran that. We're moving on, also running the yellow submarine.
Not out there. Here comes Scott Borchetta down pit lane. I was talking to Scott about this car earlier today, and this is the first time the car has raced, and it's the first time
certainly great to see him out. Like you mentioned, though, I saw Tony Kanaan back at the paddock. That McLaren car, which incredible, by the way, they brought British mechanics over with, McLaren Formula One machinery and gear on. I know it may potentially still get run tomorrow. I think part of
with the cold tires. Looks like Ted might be bringing his Sweet Savage car towards pit lane as well. I thought I saw him with a hand up there.
Yeah, he potentially did. I know he's had a couple little bugs they've been working through on that race car throughout this weekend. We're going to have some lapping the field starting right here.
Chuck Jones is going pretty good in that Parnelli VPJ number 1. He's passed a few cars out there. He's making some ground up. Speaking of the Sweet Savage car, we're not seeing it on the big screen. And it looks like maybe he is anyway, did you know what else happened that year? In the summer of '72.
I do not.
They launched Skylab, which you're way too young to remember, but Skylab will ring the bell for quite a few of our folks in the grandstands, and they actually ran a Skylab sticker on that race car, and I was talking to my husband, why that sticker was there, and he said nobody seems to know. But not on his teammate or John Cox's car.
Okay.
Interesting, right?
That is interesting.
I thought that was pretty cool. NASA and IndyCar racing coming together in the summer of '72.
Absolutely. Through the hairpin, Jordan Roddy will get things wound up on the Bourdais. Lola, and 7 goals. Of course, Sebastian Bourdais won everything for a 4-year stretch. And so any chassis that he drove during that stretch had that sort of success, but this is one of his most successful, including winning.
The owner of that car, who happened to have an extra one laying around the house, when he started selling off some of his memorabilia, this car, Chuck has been looking at this car. He says, found one. He's found another Miguel car. He's restored that.
He's got a lot of cool plans. He's got some other cool cars that are cars a lot of the time. There's other cars that are coming, some that have been recently finished as well. So hopefully we'll get a chance in the future to see some of those cars here at Long Beach as well as
that are running around right now, but the other thing that comes with it, Nate, is a lot of the people that were involved and family members of the people that were involved with these cars back in the day. Little John Patera car running out there. Lee Patera is here. We got Gurney Eagles out there. Danny Gurney is here. I hear Justin Gurney is coming out this weekend. Tawny Ruttman just making her way up there. Her dad.
He's been a big part of, especially the STP car this weekend, working through some of the different things on there. He's got his expertise right hands-on underneath the race car, working on really neat to see, these great families not just on the big board. One car we haven't talked a ton about so far this weekend, that 1977, the Cam driven, owned by Jeff Furwin, and that was a Rick Mears car for Team Penske. It was Mears' first trip with the Penske team.
PC6?
PC6 ran a turbo Cosworth engine, and well, Rick Mears, so it was Rick Mears' Penske the 103rd lap, it started third, and it was pretty clear what Rick Mears was going to do.
The Mears game just over the hill in Bakersfield. I got another one. Oh, it's the Sweet Savage car still. Speaking of Swede, his daughter Angela and we talked about Joe Leonard and his motorcycle exploits. Swede, another one who was a flat track.
From the USAC era that were only designed to turn left. If you get into some unique things at tracks like this, where for example Shoreline Drive is essentially an extended right-hand corner, you have slow right-handers in other places. Well, these are cars that you think of where fuel pickup points, oil coolers, how things are set up for that car. Have that pickup point in that point. So a lot of these cars have, even the geometry, the setup is set up that they aren't able to go right in a lot of regards. So sometimes there is some trickeration, some changes that have to happen, or guys will just find a way to somewhat drive around it. The Samsonite car, another example. So everything's a little foreign to that race car when we go to a place like this, or Road America, or wherever.
So what you're telling me is 4 left-hand turns at the speedway is a little different than a tight hairpin in Long Beach?
That's right. That's it. I'm not good for much expertise. I can tell you that it is a little bit different.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine. Up the gurney. Such an incredible driver, obviously the 1980 Car Rookie of the Year himself, but for Dennis to be back, owns the car still, but for Dennis to be behind the wheel of that Black Eagle, and he always wrings the neck of that thing. Whenever he's out there, whenever he's running with us, still to this day, and it's kind of interesting how, as race drivers get older, they may, outside of the race car move a little bit slower and whatever. The second they put that helmet on, the second they get in that race car. Because colors were so much different, essentially, that was designed that even though to the naked eye it looks more like an orange, even on TV a lot of times it would look a little bit more red. Actually, it's kind of funny, a story I remember last year. I was doing a day on pit road with IndyCar radio, and there was a little bit of discussion because last year and there was like a day-long debate about what color is it, and I was kind of thinking of the day, well, I think everyone's right because everyone in the booth is saying it's red, everyone on pit road saying it's orange, and everyone's right because if the naked eye sees it, depending on what you're watching,
but the monitor sees it as red, so like everyone's right on that.
Yeah.
Steve Krisloff, Frosty Acres, number 7. Line is way down. The Budweiser sponsorship was following here in this look that you see on it.
I don't know the end. What was Frosty Acres? The last one, yeah. Not so sure on the Frosty Acres. Let's see if we can get the answer. By the way, we are 30 minutes, 30 minutes to IndyCar qualifying. So if you are in the IndyCar paddock and you got to be ready for qualifying, you got 30 minutes to finish up your chore. Session coming to an end.
Always a quick 20 minutes. And so forth, looks like it was Tim De Silva and the 120 running the quickest time, followed by Roddy and
No, these are just the trailers.
Alan Palmer.
Oh. where they put all the mount and dismount all the tires.
We said after 500.
Take it off like